Hey there race fans, welcome to a race day. It's Circuit de Santa Croix and it's a exhibition race today. 20 cars on track. We're going to be running a sprint race of 7 laps. Let's have a look who's competing today. In position number 1 is Santiago on pole position, driving the black or charcoal grey Corvette. Position number 2 held by Erwin in the Honda Civic Type R. Booker in the RCF Lexus in position number 3. Kelly or O'Kelly in the Dodge Hellcat is currently in position number 4. Position number 5 held by Hasegawa in the Lexus RCF. That is one heck of a nice sounding car, that. And Binder is in position number 6, driving the Lamborghini Aventador. In 7th we have Van der Veen in the Dodge Viper. Amato in the Ferrari F12. That's going to be one heck of a car to beat. In position number 9 is Sharp, driving the 458 Italia Ferrari. He's the Canadian on track. Fernandez is driving the Honda Civic track car. Van der Berg driving the Porsche 911 GT3. And in position 12 is Hoovenen, driving the black Lexus RCF. In position 13, Peralta, driving the Aston Martin Vantage S. Maldonado in the Porsche GT4 Cayman. And in 15th we have Cunningham, driving the Ferrari F430 in yellow. Nieto in the Ford GT40 Mark 1. And Hall in the Ford GT40, a much later version of the car in front of him. Martino is driving a Corvette as well, a red one, similar to the one in position number 1 on pole. Fukushima is in the Mazda RX-7, and in position number 20 is our star for the day. This is the car that we're going to be running with and filming with today. It is V McVagger ASR. Right, so without further ado, let's have a look at the lineup. There we go, all 20 cars ready and waiting for the race to start, and it's just about time for that to happen. So let's get out on the track and we'll have a look at the race conditions. Let's just have a look that we've got all of our displays ready for this 7-lap sprint race. Sprint race meaning there are not going to be any pit stops. It's basically a start to finish, get to the line first kind of deal. So it looks like a sunny day. All the crews are already off the side of the track, and we are waiting for the green light at this point in time. Just running through the cars here quickly, all the cameras, just to make sure that there aren't any race marshals or any crew members still straggling on the track before the race gets started. We're looking pretty good so far, and it looks like we are a green to get racing. So there's McVagger. He's looking pretty calm and collected, race face on, head down. He's ready to show what this little car can do, and that's his view. He's got quite a lot of cars to get through if he wants to get to that podium position today. But without further ado, let's get on to this race and get it going. Here's the countdown. And the race is on. Wow, what a start from that orange Aventador. He's all the way up into second position already. McVagger going around the outside of the Ford GT40. He's taken position number 19 already, closing in on that blue Mazda RX-7. It's Fukushima in front in that blue Mazda RX-7. McVagger taking the corner nice and wide. Looks like he's going to try for the inside line here into turn number 2. He's already on the back of the red Porsche of Maldonado, but the Mazda RX-7 comes back through. McVagger in 18th, back down to 19th, back into 18th again. Oh, he's a bit loose. He's on all the way off the track on the grass, barely missing the barrier, and he's back down into 19th position again behind the blue Mazda. Nieto almost getting past in the old GT40. That's the oldest car on the track today, besides for McVagger's, which is I believe a 1974 Nissan GTR Coupe, Nismo tuned. Well, he's doing pretty well so far. Down the inside, he's into 17th position, and he's on the back now of the red GT4 of Hoovenen. He's taking the outside line now on the outside of the black Lexus RCF. He gets the pass done, but the Porsche also gets that pass done. The Honda and the Aston Martin doing battle. McVagger on the back now of Van der Berg in position number 12. Van der Berg driving the Porsche 911 GT3. That's a great car, nice and balanced, so that one will be nice and poised through the entire race. We'll see now on these longer straights if McVagger has what it takes. On the top end of this car, it only has a 5-speed gearbox. Now we're not sure if that is going to be enough fighting against these later model cars, which some have up to 7 gears. So whether this is going to affect the race and his acceleration through the course of the event is obviously going to be in question. He's taking the outside, around the outside of Van der Berg's Porsche, but he gets cut off. Van der Berg holds the position. Van der Veen in position number 11 in that yellow Dodge Viper. McVagger takes the inside, he pushes the Porsche wide. The Porsche almost going off the track. Van der Veen now in front in the Dodge Viper, the yellow Dodge Viper. Van der Berg behind him in the Porsche. But now Maldonado takes Van der Berg. McVagger now has a red Porsche Cayman behind him and the white 911 GT3 behind that. He's trying to close in on that yellow Dodge Viper. Car sounding really nice and aggressive. He's got the inside, the big heavy Dodge gets forced wide. McVagger takes the position. He's into position number 10 now as he takes Booker in the white Lexus RCF. When he holds the position coming down, he did take that turn a little wide, but he does hold it over the rumble strips and past the cameraman down the straight now. We'll see if he can hold his own on this long straight. 90 degree bend coming up to the right. The car does seem to have quite a lot of body roll. Suspension though seems to be sufficient and adequate for the type of race that we're in today. He doesn't seem to be having too much trouble with it. A bit loose a little bit on in the race. Whether that will affect the final result here or not is yet to be seen. Cunningham is now his next target. Cunningham now in position number 8 in the F430, the yellow F430 that you see on the screen up there. In fact, we're looking pretty good so far in the white Nissan Nismo tuned GTR from 1974. An absolute legend of a car this, and he's out to prove that that is still the case almost 50 years along. Oh my word, he takes the turn too wide, locks up the brakes, can't get the car turned, and he's in the barrier. He's got a 5-second penalty now to work through, and Martino is climbing in on the action, trying to get that big red Chevy through into the position. McVagger back wide again, dirty tyres playing a part there I'm sure, and Martino takes full advantage and gets the red Corvette through into position number 9. McVagger in 10th. They do seem to be making a little bit of a gap on Booker and those behind him. Booker driving the white Lexus RCF. McVagger has got the pass done in position number 9 in front of Martino. He's got quite a lot of work to do now to get back onto the back of Cunningham. Not only that, but he still has a 4.177 penalty to get rid of as well. So he's going to need to tap off here and there to try and work that penalty down and get that off the books. Some people wonder whether it's worth just racing at full tilt the entire way and seeing if you can get a higher lead than the amount of seconds you have on penalty to see if you can win the race. McGregor seems to like to work that time away. He doesn't like to have the time hanging over his head. He'd rather work it away and then have a clean slate to work with after that. That said, he's racing pretty well now. Cunningham getting closer and closer. That yellow Ferrari is definitely in sight. McGregor leaning the car through the bend. He's right on the back of Cunningham. Cunningham are having to defend. He's in that slipstream. And at the same time, he's managed to work that penalty down to 3.6 seconds. Let's see how he does here coming into the turns. He takes the outside line, but now it becomes the inside. He's got the advantage, and it looks like he's got the pass done. Yes, he has. Cunningham clearly behind McGregor. And now he's on the back of Kelly in that big Dodge Hellcat. Hellcat not too good in the corners, looking too heavy, as is the Ford GT. McGregor nice and light. Power to weight ratio looking pretty good on that car. It takes it a little bit wide there, getting some dirt flicked up on that right hand side of the car, but no penalties there. The left hand side of the car still within race confines or race limits. And now he's on the back of Santiago in position number 5. Santiago now in position 6 as McGregor passes him on the long straight. The little Nissan GTR definitely holding its own quite well here against cars that are way newer and more technologically advanced. Oh, McGregor taking that as wide as possible. 2 wheels on the grass coming through the bend. Oh, those dirty tyres definitely playing a part in that skid. Losing control there. Definitely not a wise move taking those turns that wide that you've got two tyres off the road surface. He holds it together though. Fortunately for him, he didn't go wide and crash, but still reaping the rewards of going off track. He's off again. Those dirty tyres are definitely not going to help his overall time here. The other cars obviously quicker and newer, so they might be just getting away from him now because of those wasted seconds while he's spinning out and trying to gain control after spinning out. 1 second in penalties now. He has worked that down. Oh, and again he's seeming to battle a little bit with those tyres now. It's going to be a while before he gets those cleaned up and back into proper race condition. That said, it has slowed him down, and that has worked his penalty away, which I'm sure he'll be glad about. But he's still making up lots of ground on the guys behind, so you can see them coming up behind Hall way back in the distance. McGregor got a big gap in front too. Hasegawa in position number 4. I think Hasegawa is driving the Lexus LFA, if I'm not mistaken. We'll just have a quick look at that. Yes it is Hasegawa in the green LFA. An absolutely beautiful car that, and it sounds absolutely amazing. McGregor is still not in the picture, so these cars are quite far ahead at this point in time, but we'll see if McGregor can make up the ground. We can see him just coming into the picture there as the Lexus comes past. There he is back there, still with 0.1 seconds of a penalty, but he looks to be closing the gap on Hasegawa. Look at that Lexus, an absolute piece of engineering beauty. the 3 exhausts at the back. And there's McVagger. He's definitely making up some ground. Sharp in position number 3 in the 458. Seeming to hold off Hasegawa with a relative amount of ease. McVagger sliding the car through that bend, and the little Nissan GTR is right on the back of, oh, he's not on the back anymore, he's passed Hasegawa and into position number 4 on the back of Sharp, looking for the podium position here for the finish. We're already on lap 3 of 7, and he's going for it. He takes the having to jiggle around because the Ferrari not seeming to be too decisive about which line he's taking, but McVagger eventually gets the pass done. The Ferrari right on his tail though, slipstreaming. Will he get past on the straight? I think the Ferrari probably does have a higher top end than the old school Nissan GTR. But McVagger definitely a lot more poised through the corners at this point in time, looking like he's making up ground in the bends, not so much over the straights, but the car really looking good through the twisty bits. There he is, fastest time through that sector for McVagger. So definitely, as you see on the mini map on the top right, this is the twisty section of the track, and he's got the quickest section in that section there, so definitely working out pretty well for him. Oh, just as I thought the tires were getting cleaner, he's got the left hand side of the car back off on the green, munching through the salad, but managed to hold the car and not spin it out. So looking quite good so far. The only 2 cars ahead of him now are Binder in the Lamborghini Aventador and Amato in the silver Ferrari. Let's have a look at these two. The fight for position number 1. There's your leader, Binder in the Aventador, on his tail Amato in the Ferrari. It's going to be a fight between these two. I'm not sure if McVagger's got it in the tank to be able to get onto the back of these guys and pass them. These are supercars. And wow, the Ferrari going for the pass. Will he make it? It's very, very tight. Binder holds him off. Amato right on his tail, just about parked inside that massive exhaust. But the Lamborghini holds the position. The Ferrari fighting for it. 2 amazing cars doing battle up here in front. Don't know where McVagger is at this point in time in the grander scheme of things. I thought we'll watch this battle for a few seconds. That Lamborghini and Ferrari locked in battle up front. Nice looking Ferrari, this big long bonnet. And the driver is halfway through, sitting in the middle of the car, exactly in the middle. I suppose that helps definitely with rate distribution. Now we're back on the camera with McVagger coming up to the corner that those 2 have just passed. He's worked his penalty away and is looking pretty wild. He's definitely got his race face on. We sit inside the cockpit with him. We listen to that engine. Amazing scenery around this track too, but I don't think that's what McVagger's concentrating on at this point in time. He can definitely see those other 2 cars up ahead at the end of the straight. He's got a lot of work to do to get up on the back of those supercars, so let's see how he does. He is coming up to the twisty section of the track, as you can see on that mini map. That is coming up soon, so he should be able to make up some ground there. I think this is where he will lose some valuable time against those 2 supercars on this long straight, but hopefully he could make it up coming up to that more twisty section. Here's another view from the cockpit of the car in the passenger seat view. You can see the other cars 1 turn ahead. He is definitely making up some ground. dropping through the gears. The bumper view is always a little bit scary for me because there's nothing in between you and the car in front. But he's definitely making up ground. Those other two cars definitely closer through these twisty sections. A few more turns and then the long straights are going to be coming up, and then that is another quicker section for McVagger, 2.2 seconds quicker than the previous fastest time in that sector. So he's definitely on the ball through there. The car definitely holding out nicely through the course of this race so far, especially in that section where it's a lot more twisty. There you can see the other cars up front. Not gaining any ground on them through this part of the track. These long straights is where those supercars can pull out their power and the length of those gears. And McVagger's loose! Oh my word! Oh my word! Off the track again, and that's another 5-second penalty that I don't think he can afford. Oh my word, that is not what he needed. Catching up, but now he's lost all that time. That excursion off the track, given the tyres a coating of dirt, and that obviously is now affecting the handling of the car too. So we can see that getting loose as he comes out of the bend and gets on the power. 4.8 seconds to work away on that penalty. McVagger got a lot of work to do. There's your race leader, Binder, still in front with the Ferrari chasing. It's definitely a tight event between these two cars. You can see that car pulling as it runs through the gears. Big engines in these cars powering the weight, but the weight is their disadvantage to the turns, and McVagger is in the picture again, catching up. You can just see him coming into the picture. There's Amato in the Ferrari. Beautiful piece of machinery, that F12, but it just can't seem to catch Binder in the Aventador. Enough to catch, not enough to get by. And the Nissan GTR is creeping up on the big supercars while they're concentrating on their fight with each other. McVagger is making up ground. McVagger with another quick sector, 1.156. But he still has a 4.7 second penalty to work away. And he's only got a lap and a half left. But he's almost right on the back of that Ferrari. He's really fighting tooth and nail to get that second position, but the Ferrari's legs really quick, and another faster sector for McVagger, really pulling out all the stops. And he's taking the inside. He's trying to get the inside of the Ferrari. I don't think he's got enough to take it. No, he does. He gets past Amato, now pushed into third position. McVagger up into second, and he's on the back of Binder in the big Lamborghini Aventador, pushing the envelope with this little GTR, and he's going for the pass to My word, McVagger definitely as brave as they come. Oh my word, the Ferrari and the Lamborghini just pulling away. Amato coming past again on that long straight. McVagger going to fight back through these bends, but whether he's going to have enough to get in front, I don't know. So you can see the difference in the top speed of that Ferrari, just absolutely. Oh, there's contact. There's contact. McVagger gets through. Amato back into third position. I don't know if that is going to be a penalty for McVagger. There was some heavy contact there, but I don't see that time going up. And he's forcing himself on the back of Binder, but again, the Aventador just flies away. And the Ferrari comes past again too. McVagger back to third. Twisty bits. McVagger back to second. He's fighting this. He's fighting it with all he's got. The Aventador quite heavy. That's definitely going to be a downfall of the Lamborghini through this big bend. As you can see, Iron McVagger takes the outside. Oh my word, he's wide. He's wide. He's got it loose, and oh my word, what a crash! What a massive crash from McVagger. He's off the track, smoking those wheels, absolutely fuming with himself. 9 seconds in penalties now. He's lost this race for sure. He's definitely not going to be able to get that worked away and onto the podium as well. I think he's cooked this race now. My word. He had the lead there if he could only have held it through that bend. But once you're in that kind of position, you can't brake at that speed on the corner like that. And there's the race for position number 1, the Ferrari looking on the inside. Binder shuts him out in the Lamborghini Aventador, the Ferrari right on his tail. And McVagger is most definitely out of this from what I can see. He definitely has taken the fight to these guys. But unfortunately, I'm not sure if that was driver error or just the limits of the car being too much for the amount of speed he's trying to carry to keep up with these massive supercars. The Ferrari still trying to get past it. McVagger is back in. He's back in the picture somehow. He's been able to work his way back onto the back of the two leaders, and he's back in the fight again. The 9-second penalty is definitely going to keep him in third place. He'll have to get ahead of these two and still get and have a lead of more than 9 seconds in order to take first position. So I don't think that's going to happen on the final lap, unless there's some massive catastrophe between these two front runners. But I seriously doubt that is going to happen. Nonetheless, Binder still on the gas, Amato chasing with all his might, and McVagger trying to steal that second spot. 8.8 seconds in penalties for the Nissan GTR driver. A little slower through that section this time, 1.33 seconds off the fastest lap pace, but he's still fighting. The Lamborghini holding its own, the Ferrari sliding that back end out while it's on power, trying to get past, but it's not going to happen. Not on that bend. Through the bridge. Here comes McVagger. Decidedly controlled through there. Car looking like it's got a few bumps and bruises, but it's still firing away on all cylinders. He can definitely be proud of the performance of that little car here today. 1974 Nissan GTR Nismo tuned coupe, holding its own against Ferraris, Lamborghinis. Oh, he's through the middle of the track, well, through the inside line, 2 tires on the grass. I hope that doesn't come back to bite him again. He's in 3rd position. On the tail of that Ferrari. You can hear that little engine working itself to the bone. And there we are, onto the final straight. What a race. McVagan flashing his lights, his nose. That's all he could do here today, but he's definitely shown that that little car is nowhere past its prime. What a race. What an absolute pleasure to watch that race. A great drive by McVagan. There's your winner, Binder in the orange Lamborghini Aventador, Amato in 2nd in the silver Ferrari. Binder having to fight really hard to hold the Ferrari off. Amato doing battle with the little Skyline GTR from 1973, not 1974. But wow, what a race by that little car. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Drive safely, take care, we'll see you on the track.